A historic event has taken place in Kazakhstan. The Kurultai of the first convocation, the country's new unicameral legislative body, has begun its work. President Kassym-Jomart Tokayev opened the first session. The head of state described the start of the Kurultai's work as a new chapter in the country's history and the beginning of a process to renew the political system. The deputies face specific tasks. First and foremost, they are to bring legislation into line with the new constitution and ensure the quality of legislative work. At the same time, the powers of the unicameral parliament have been significantly expanded. The Kurultai will participate in forming the judicial and executive branches of government, approve reports by the Supreme Audit Chamber on the execution of the national budget, and will also be able to pass a vote of no confidence in the government. Laws must be fair, clear to the public, and progressive, that is, aligned with modern requirements. Since laws affect the lives and well-being of citizens, every provision and every clause must be carefully considered and thoroughly discussed. Ultimately, the Kurultai must ensure that the country's legislation is modernized in line with the demands of the times, taking into account national interests, the current needs of society, and modern global trends. This work must be carried out promptly and effectively. Among the priorities of the first session is a package of important bills. The government is tasked with preparing a regulatory and legal framework for AI and digital assets, while deputies are to consider changes to migration policy as soon as possible. The president also called for accelerating work on energy sector bills and paying particular attention to the regulation of online platforms and mass media. Another area of focus is comprehensive support for children with disabilities and the creation of a safe environment for the younger generation, including online. The use of artificial intelligence is also proposed as a way to improve the quality of lawmaking. At the President's initiative, the e-Parliament information system is being developed and is to be introduced into the work of the Kurultai. At the same time, the head of state stressed that digital technologies cannot replace professional legal expertise. The Kurultai itself should become a platform for nationwide dialogue and a link between the state and the people. Important decisions should be developed through open nationwide dialogue. The people place great hopes in you. You must live up to this trust and work on initiatives that bring real benefits to society. All your decisions directly affect the country's destiny and the future of the state. Therefore, every step must be carefully weighed and considered. The interests of the country must come first, not personal interests. The president announced upcoming appointments. Once the Kurultai structure is formed, Kassym-Jomart Tokayev will submit the nominations for vice president and prime minister to the deputies for consideration. Following consultations, the new composition of the government will be approved. The appointment of a deputy chairman of the Security Council is also planned. Once the key government bodies have been formed, the head of state will deliver his annual State of the Nation address. In the second half of September, the formation of the Kazakhstan People's Council will begin. The new advisory body will bring together the country's ethnic, regional, social and socio-political diversity and will have the right of legislative initiative. According to the president, these decisions will allow virtually all key institutions of government to be renewed.